Hey guys, Ollie here, back again with another tutorial. So today we're going to look at colours and some good ways to use them in Photoshop, and possibly cover some things you might not know, but this is a very basic tutorial, so if you're experienced in Photoshop you might want to turn away now. So starting off with, everyone knows we've got the basic in the bottom left hand corner where you've got your two colours, your foreground and your background colour. This is often used as your stroke and your fill colour. Simply by clicking on them, we're going to open it up and we're going to get this panel. So the instinctive thing to do is to select your colour and then just to pick one. We've also got a ton of text here, which some of you might not know. So this number here is what's called a hex code. So you can copy this colour and you can use it in web documents or to keep a consistent colour scheme across several documents. So if I select a colour here, you can notice that this code is changing depending on the shade and the type of colour that we're using. You'll also notice that there are a lot of other numbers, and I'm only going to cover these three right here at the moment, RGB. These are values. These are the primary colours of these are the values, sorry, of the primary colours. So you can change. So if I turned red down to 0, green down to 0, and blue all the way up to the maximum, which is 255, you'd get the exact blue and all the way like the vibrance all the way up. So this is very useful if you want a very specific colour. So I could put in adding green, and I'd get my turquoise, just add in red, and I'd get my white, because it's all three colours. Take the green bit down to 0 again, we've got pink, because it's red and blue mixed. So I hope this is useful to you. I'm just going to move on now to our colour picker. So a colour picker is so you can select a particular image out of a document. So I'm just going to bring in an image I have of a tiger, and as you can see here, it's come in, we've hit enter, and it's now in our document. So say I am designing, just create a new layer. I'm just going to do a box here, and I want to fill this box with the same colour this tiger's using. So I want this orange, say, to be used. I'm going to select my colour picker, and I can either do that by clicking the colour picker in the menu, or I can simply go, let's change the tool, I can press the letter I and it'll bring up the colour picker. The useful thing with doing this is you can then select your colour just by clicking on the colour you want. So let's just go here, and now it's changed our primary colour to the colour that we want. So you can click and drag as well to compare shades. The bottom colour is the colour you currently have selected, and the top one is the one you're hovering over, so you can then compare it. So then I can then try and find the right shade that I want. And then we can simply fill our marquee tool by getting our bucket tool and just clicking once. So it's a good way to copy colours. There's another thing that we can do to save our palette. So say there's a certain type of colours that we're using quite frequently. Let's go back to basics. So I'm just going to get a couple of colours that I like. Let's find a red that I use a lot. Let's find a blue of a similar shade. There we go. So I'm just going to use these two colours, and I use them quite a lot. I don't want to have to keep finding the hex value, trying to get the exact same shade and so on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my colour picker, I'm going to select one of the colours, and then I'm going to click in my swatches tab. Now if you haven't got this swatches tab here, it may be under another tab, like so, under a sub tab which isn't selected, or it may be completely closed. And what you can do to open this is go to window in the top menu and go down to swatches right here. So here you can select a previously saved swatch, or you can simply click on a blank space and a bucket icon will come up. Just click and it will come up with your swatch, and you can name it. So I'm just going to name it blue. And there we go. We then have our colour saved, and we can do that with the other colour too. And there we go. So one more quick thing to show you is we're going to show you a quick shortcut of how to change colours quickly. So when you're editing, if you're painting in Photoshop, zoom in to 100%, you can simply press F6 and it'll bring up this toolbox here. And here you'll see your RGB values we spoke about earlier. You can drag these up and down. So if we take our red and green down, we've got blue, and so on. You can change your background colour and do the same. And Yeah, there's another use for this. So we can change what the top bar controls and what the bottom bar controls. So I'm just going to change the bottom bar now by clicking on this menu icon here, and these four show what you can change the bottom bar to. So if I go to current colors, it will show the shades between my primary and secondary color. So if I change my secondary color, sorry, to yellow, it will change from blue to yellow. If I change my primary color to pink, it will change from pink to yellow. I could also change it to what I often use is my grayscale ramp. So this will be from black to white, so I can keep using different types of grays. You can do the same to the top. So if I wanted my top to be grayscale sliders, I can change it to that, and you can just change the percentage of how black or white it is. And that's about it. So I hope this tutorial has been useful to you. If you did like it, do leave a like below, and I will hope to see you guys soon.